I love my little fishes as they swim about their home. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home. When the sunlight shines upon them and their colors begin to glow, I am drawn into a world where my heart longs to go. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home. I have traveled the world over, but never found a peace that comes from watching my fishes as they swim about their home. My heart is happy and I am content to sit and watch them swim. I will not be alone while these fishies are in my home. When the sunlight shines upon them and their colors begin to glow, I am drawn into a world where my heart longs to go. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home.
Well, nice to be with you. Hi there. This is Father Fish and my sidekick, Dina.
Hey, everybody.
We're here to entertain and to educate and to have a good time.
Yes, we are.
So welcome aboard. This is Father Fish. Hey, Dina, how are you?
Doing good. How are you doing?
I'm all right.
Glad to hear it.
Just day by day.
That's it.
I'm doing a new therapy.
Yeah?
It's called red light therapy. I'm sure
how's that going?
Well, pretty well, actually. I used it. I bought the mat, which is about 6 foot long, so you can lie on it.
Oh, nice.
Or use it as a wrap. I wrapped my legs in it because I was having a lot of trouble with my legs, with swelling and with the skin not being real stable. And it's changed it. I mean, it's dramatically, in a few sessions, like 4 sessions, dramatically improved the condition of my skin. And I've started getting the swelling down. Well, I had an appointment with my foot doctor last week. And I told him about it, and he said he's a deep believer in it. He uses it himself.
That's impressive.
He said he really likes it and he can see the difference that it's made for me. I was getting open sores, and that's all gone. It's all cleared up completely. So at least superficially, it's working.
Hey.
I just started yesterday using it as a torso wrap. I've only done 3 sessions. I did 2. It's supposed to do half-hour sessions. I did an hour this morning, right after I got up. It's still, it's too early to tell anything, but I'm hopeful. Well, for me, the torso thing needs to be deeper, which is part of the reason I did an hour, because my issues are all organ related. So I need that light to be able to penetrate. But what it does is it restores the health of the cell structure.
That's amazing.
it uses two very narrow ranges of the red spectrum, both of which are have healing properties,
Wow.
and does not use ultraviolet, so you can't get burned from it.
Oh, that's good. I was actually debating on asking that. Is there any possibility of UV burns? That's amazing.
Apparently not. I don't think there's been, at least I haven't read any research on using it for like hours at a time, but it has all of the properties that are touted for the proverbial med bed,
Wow.
which is that's the Star Trek healing,
Right? That's what I was thinking.
Which I have friends who are waiting around for it to become available so they can heal their bodies.
Right? That would
And
be nice if we could make one.
I'm forever telling them, you really don't want to wait on this. You want to
Right.
do what you got to do now, when and if it gets here. So it's kind of nutsy, but it's in that same vein of using very natural elements, whatever, as healing property, because all it is it's a spectrum of the sun's light.
Wow.
It's the red spectrum, but not the whole thing, because some of it is UV and changes your skin, but some of it is just they're like two narrow ranges. Both have researched and proven healing properties. So that's kind of nice. I'm doing that. So I'm going to get a new body here for long.
That's amazing that the red light can do that much. That almost sounds like science fiction. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was really impressed because my legs I've still got some swelling, but it's not as bad. And I noticed it's getting a little better. He said I need to elevate my legs. And that's very difficult to do. It's not an easy thing to do. I mean, how do you get your legs up above your head?
Right.
How do you do that? You can't do it. I can't do it in bed. I mean, I could do it in bed, but I can't sleep on my back.
Yeah.
I sleep on my side. And you can't do it on your side because then your body's twisted in an awkward position. Who is it? What is her name? Woman in Louisiana.
Tony?
Mama, yeah, Tony.
Yeah.
Tony lies down on the floor and props her legs up against the wall. And I guess straight up in the air. I don't know. That probably works really well. I have a hard time figuring out, well, for one thing, it's hard enough to get down, much less getting back up.
Right.
And I just can't imagine doing it. Plus, I don't think I've got a bare wall. Oh my God. I had a surprise today. I live in a little tiny cottage. It was built in the 1930s as a logger cottage. They built hundreds of them. The Eastern Shore used to be just forest, miles and miles and miles of forest, and of course, old growth trees. So in the 1800s, 1900s, wood was a big deal. Wood was construction. Wood was boats. There were all the small boats were made of wood. This is pre-fiberglass. So wood was a big deal. Houses were all made out of wood. Covered wagons. I remember the covered wagons coming down down the road.
You actually got to see a covered wagon for real?
Yeah, they were on their way to Oregon.
There ain't no way. You're not that old, Lou.
So anyway, they built all these little tiny cottages. They were like 1-2 people things. The bedroom is a 8x8. Sissy is calling. See what she's up to. Hey, girl. Hello. Well, that's weird.
Hello.
Hi there.
Hi.
We're live on stream. You're talking to Dina and me and about 50 other people.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
So watch your mouth. What's
Well,
up?
Stop me if I'm saying too much, but I was just on TikTok and I'm watching Aquashella videos.
Yes.
So at the one in Dallas, they had a little table. They had little shrimp jars.
Okay.
It's a mason
what?
jar. Got a couple rocks, a piece of wood, and a plant with a couple shrimp.
Okay.
And I make like I can go up to the dollar store and get a 12-pack of mason jars for $10.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We can do that. I want to do the our food and our substrate, the supplement, not the bags.
Okay.
And we'll have t-shirts, but that would be great. We could have Brenda make a few pieces to sell. Yeah, anything like that. Absolutely.
All right. Well, I'll go get the jars. That way we've got brand new, perfectly sealing jars for it.
Wonderful.
And then
Can you hear her?
do what?
Dina, can you hear her?
I can hear some.
Not very well. Okay. That's all right.
It keeps breaking out on
That
my
sounds
end.
good. Okay.
How many you think would be good to make? That way I know how many jars to get.
We'll just do 8.
Okay.
If we get $25 a piece, that's a couple of $100.
Well, it's a 12-pack of jars, so I'm just going to do the whole
Oh,
pack.
perfect. Okay. Sounds great.
All right.
Very good. See you in the
That's all I
morning.
wanted. Bye.
Bye-bye. Should have asked her how her cat was
Yeah.
and why she's not listening to the show. These people, I don't know. Aquatic News Network. We can get massive food. I've got a couple of products that are custom products. Of course, the supplement and the soil. We're not going to sell bags of dirt. What we will do is take orders. Anybody who wants to buy, we'll just take the order right there. But we will have some supplement. It's a smaller bag, and we can manage that. We'll probably do a special show price on it. There are 2 other foods that we're selling that we're really excited about, and they're both proprietary. We have our label on them, and they're items that are not available in local fish stores because they're made by a very small company, and it's they're really artisan products. One is the flake food, and I've mentioned this before. Flake food, which came out in the 70s, was made by turning the whatever it was made of into a liquid and pouring it onto a huge big tray, very shallow, like 1/4 of an inch deep, and then it either ran through a heat lamp or a heat lamp ran over it, or they used heat lamps over a big tray. whatever to drive all the moisture out. And then when it was bone dry, after being at 400 degrees for 6 or 8 hours, they break up the flakes and box it. Well, that's flake food. What this company has done has figured out a process that creates a flake food at a near room temperature heat. It goes up to about 110, 115, which is not hot enough to break down the amino acids and the fatty acids. So you still get the food value of mysis, shrimp, and garlic. That's the recipe we're using. There are others. There are 4 or 5 different formulas or recipes that they're making. We've done 2. I don't remember what the other one is. I think it's spirulina and something. Anyway, the mysis shrimp, and I think that's some right here somewhere. Let me grab it. I can show you what it looks like.
That camera definitely has a mind of its own.
What's it doing?
It tried to follow you and then follow the chair, and then it couldn't make up its mind.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we sell it Nutripray flake. We're going to change the name to Cool Flake, gently dried and flaked mysis shrimp and garlic. And it's whole mysis shrimp and garlic. So it's not like chicken house waste or processing plant waste, like a fish processing plant where they turn all the garbage into a slurry and sell it in 50-gallon drums for like $10 or something. And that's what a lot of the food is made of. So it's pretty nasty stuff. This is what it looks like. So it looks like a flake. It's a little thicker. I don't know if you can tell.
Screen where you can see it.
It
really
has a wonderful odor. I mean,
what's it smell like?
Smells like fresh food. Smells good enough to eat. That's how it smells.
Wow.
So we're doing that. And the fish are just all over it. We feed it to everything. Even the big fish take it. And they take it gluttonously. I mean, it has enough. Fish eat based on the smell of things. I mean, they make like there are fish that are predator fish that will grab whatever goes by and then hold it in their mouth and figure out whether they want it. But most fish don't do that. Most fish will smell something, be drawn to it, and then taste it to determine whether they want to eat it. And this just has a really good odor. So that's one item. The other item is frozen food. Now, that also comes in a number of formulas. The thing that's unique about it is it's frozen in a brine solution. And so what happens is that brine prevents it from freezing solid so that it's still, you can dip it out and it preserves it. And you keep it in the freezer. You could keep it in the fridge, I suppose. It doesn't seem like putting it in the fridge, it doesn't turn to water. I mean, it's because I've done it, and in fact, when you have it out, it doesn't separate. The water doesn't separate out. So I don't know what the process is. I don't know how they do it. I know it's an amazing food that you can feed to very, very tiny fish. You can feed it to baby fish. There are also items like frozen rotifer culture, which is amazing for very tiny baby fish. Rotifer is the preferred food for all of the big farmers who are saltwater farmers who are raising saltwater fish because they're born microscopic virtually. And they need a food that is microscopic. And of course, rotifer culture is. Well, this is frozen rotifer. You don't have to raise them. It's a bother to raise rotifer. I've done it. And you just have to be on top of it all the time. And I'm rarely on top of anything all the time. So it doesn't work out. And unfortunately, well, I'm not going to rag on my staff. I'll just rag on me. But we haven't got anybody here who has the focus to keep culture going. And I think that's true for virtually all of us. The people who can do it are the people who are successful raising fish. We had a guy come in to the shop on yesterday, who's been raising fish for 2 years. Started with fish 2 years ago. He's now raising 6 species of egg layer, including killifish, German rams, pistos. I sent him home with some angels. He had not tried that yet, but what he's done is he's oriented to the culture, the food culture. So he has whiteworm culture, he has microworm culture, got brine shrimp culture. He has all of the cultures that he maintains very carefully. And so he always has food available for the babies to be able to feed them 2, 3, 4 times a day. And he's successful for that singular reason that he is serious about culture. So I was very excited to meet him. I much prefer being able to get fish from local breeders or local hobbyists who have raised their fish up. We had a fellow come in yesterday, a Korean man and his family. He's in a wheelchair and raises fish. He brought in a colony of 35 green Aeneas Cory catfish, that big, full grown, 35 of them.
That's impressive.
It was amazing. So we have set up a new pond. When Brenda gets here, we'll show you the pond.
Oh, that'll be fun.
About a 300-gallon pond.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the fellow who was up last week with the koi farm, turns out he's got a rather sophisticated operation where he's raising very high quality Japanese imported show koi.
Wow.
And raising the babies. So he has bought his stock, his breeding stock from Japan. So they're prime breeding stock. And they're all by species, by type, I should say. So he's sending me, I think, 4 or 5 types of koi. So we've got this really nice fiberglass pond that somebody gave us a while back. We're going to build a little pagoda-looking thing over it and put the pictures and the names of the fish in Japanese as well as English.
That's cool.
On the posts, and we'll be able to sell those fish. So it'll be an upscale item. They're coming in at about 4 inches. As they get bigger, these are fish that are going to go for $50 a piece at 4 inches. So they're not going to be cheap, but they will be the finest koi available. And as they get bigger, the price is going to go up. They get up to 8, 10 inches. They can be 75 and 100. These are fish that can go for literally thousands of dollars as big full-grown fish. I don't expect ever have them that big, but we should be able to get them up to 8 to 12 inches probably. Although I really don't want to hold on to them. I'd rather turn a lot of them over. And the impetus will be for people to buy them cheaply, to buy them cheaper and then grow them out themselves. However, one of the reasons I'm doing this is there are a lot of extremely wealthy people who live on the shore. People who are billionaires or multi-millionaires with mansions, big, magnificent homes. There are tens of thousands of them. It's not a few, it's many. And it comes from a lot of it, old family wealth. This is a community that's been here from the 1600s.
Wow.
And there are any number of families that became wealthy in the 17, 18, and 1900s, and they were fortunate enough to have progeny that took an interest in the family and were able to continue that generational wealth. So all that is to say is there are a lot of rich people around, and we get a few in. In fact, we're going to be delivering an axolotl tank to one such person, their family, on Monday. So we need big ticket items, and koi ponds are one of the hallmarks of wealth on a very large estate with a very big home. So that's the game plan. We'll see where we go with that. That's not to say that we're looking to sell all of our fish at the highest price. We don't. Most of our fish are we sell at very low price because most of our customers are people who are watching their money. And we want to be sensitive to that.
Mm-hmm.
We got a bunch of people here.
Yeah, we do.
Adam's here. Let's get started. Hey, Adam. Wow.
Hey.
Hi, everybody.
Love that pond.
Look at this. Mercy.
I'm just here to blow your theory that koi ponds are for rich people.
Well, you're working on it.
Well, like these guys are. I got to tell you, everybody, something. I don't know. Father Fish coached me when I was putting this in. He had me put 6 inches of sand on the bottom, and all the experts said, "Oh no, sir, you're going to need a UV light system. Can we sell you one of these $1,000 blah blah blahs?" And I really bet that Father Fish was right. And let me tell you, this is the heat of summer, and look at that water. It's crystal clear.
That's gorgeous.
Crystal clear. It's like no one can understand it. No, they can't understand it. They're like, "Where's your UV system?" I said, "I have one."
Right.
Mike, I have a question though too. These guys are really growing.
Has Rick seen it?
No, I should bring him over. It's a good idea.
Yeah, you should. Tell him I said hello.
Okay. Yeah, we were trying to stop it today, and we got there too late. They were closed, but there's 7 of them in here. I got to tell you, I wasn't prepared for how fast they grow. Some of the koi experts out here probably laughing at me, but we put 7 in here. And man, I could tell you, if you see the orange one swinging by right there, you see him?
Yes. Yes.
He's like, we got him at 4 inches. I don't know what size he is now. He's the size of a little lane snapper.
Like 6 to 7 anyway.
See him? Can you see him back there?
Oh yeah.
Look at that. Here's my question. Am I gonna run out of real estate here with these guys? Am I gonna have to rehome a couple?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, you will.
I'm guessing it's 1,100 gallons if I just take the pond. What should I have put in?
Good. Yeah, it'll be good for a year or two. But, once they get up over 12 inches, they're going to start stretching. Then you're going to have to make a decision about expanding the pond or something.
Maybe I'll ask
What
my
do you
neighbor if
got
I
for
can.
real estate? You
I'll
got
ask my
plenty of
neighbor if I
space.
can go in his yard.
Yeah. All right. There we go.
So how many? What is there a rule? Anybody? Is there any rule of gallons per fish I should be following here? Should I have like 3 in here if they get really big? What do you think it could contain when they get bigger?
Well, 1,100 gallons. That's actually small for a koi pond.
Yeah.
What you might do is just trade them off, but they'll be good for probably 2 years, and they may stunt too, which would be okay because that means you'd be able to keep them.
Oh, you're saying they may grow to the size of their environment and stop growing?
Well, not exactly. If you control the feeding, right now you feed them to get them bigger, but at a given point, you don't want them to get bigger. So
No.
at that point, we slow down on the food, which will keep them growing more slowly. And you can slow that way down.
What kind of pattern? Like a one daily? I do one daily with a little snack in the afternoon. Do one
That's
daily.
that's fine. Yeah,
That's
that's
okay.
really, yeah, you're enjoying what you got. It's very attractive. They're out swimming around. It's a great pond. Looks good. Obviously, you can see the fish in it, which is a big plus. And
Yeah.
you don't have it, and you don't have it canopied with netting, which I appreciate. So many of
It's
the
like-
guys have to net their ponds to keep the birds out because they didn't build them right.
Well, you had me build it right, but also too, we had some blackbirds here in the wintertime, and those things are badasses, man. They chase away anything.
All
2
right.
blackbirds moved in. They chased away the 3-foot heron.
Oh,
Nobody
nice.
wants to mess with the blackbirds.
Nice.
Yeah, they come here and they take baths in the wintertime. In the winter, they take baths and drink water up there. And the big herons try to come around, and they're like, no, not today. They chase them away.
I
That's
think
good
it's
advice.
great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for the advice.
Thank
Appreciate you
you.
guys.
Bet.
All right.
Appreciate
Thanks. See ya.
that. Thank you.
All
You
right.
bet. Bye.
See ya.
All right. How do we get back where I was? Bring us back. I've
All right.
lost my mind here. What I did was I maximized my screen and took all the controls away.
Hey, it happens. We've
And then
also
didn't
got
know-
Jacob waiting.
Then forgot where I was. What?
We've got Jacob waiting. Would you like for me to bring him up?
Sure.
Okay.
That's good.
Hey, Jacob.
See what Jacob's up to.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good. How are you, Jacob?
Doing good. My lurchers are getting big. Look at them.
They certainly are.
That they are.
Yeah, they
Nice.
getting.
Oh, they're getting huge.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, like 4 inches. And look at that. Yeah. They get, you know how big they get?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, males typically get 15 to 18, and a female should get to 8 to 12, somewhere around there.
Well, right. They get big. They're
Yeah,
actually,
really.
they're from the Yangtze River in China. So
Oh, wow.
they're a river fish. They're not a stream fish. So they get, they get pretty big.
Yeah, that's why they seem to like to hang around the moving water. They do like to hang around like the pressure.
Yep, exactly. That's right.
But they're not they're not wiping out my snails no more. They're actually letting my snails live up top to keep like a small cleaning crew up top, but not many.
Oh,
Yeah, it's doing really well. Look at the tannins in the water. You can see it.
yeah. Nice tank.
It is.
Very
Mhm.
nice tank.
Yeah, they're doing really well. There's the female. She comes back here. Oh no, that's the male. They come back here. The one time my wife seen him sitting right here, and he was just sitting here, and she come up and like poked at him, and it spooked him. And I told her, I said, well, sometimes they're like basically just relaxing. They're just relaxing, and you can spook them by going up and basically because of the shadow. There's my female Pleco. She got big.
Yes, she did.
There, there's my male. He's in there with like 4 females, so I know he's loving it.
Nice.
There's one
Yeah,
of them.
look at that. Very healthy tank.
Mm-hmm.
Nice tank.
You did a great
Now,
job, Jacob.
I have noticed I'm getting very little, just wee little. If you look real close, you can see just a little brown, but that's it. And I was told that means it's just a new tank.
Well, it's a very healthy tank.
Oh yes, I'm not getting no buildup down here whatsoever. It's just very clean, very clean. It's just sand and soil because I put it together very properly and I allowed it to for that function to kick in and work. And this is the exact result I get.
Yeah. Very
Just
good.
don't.
Thank you, Jacob. Very
Thank
The
you.
nice.
only thing now is I don't foul it. That's it. I learned not to foul it. You don't
Right.
foul it, it will last a long time.
That's the key, isn't it?
It is.
Absolutely.
That's one of the major things that you mess up all the time, very little, and that's all it takes is you to foul something, and then it corrupts the system because it puts too much and it stresses it out to where it can't do what you demanded it to do right then and there.
That's right. And that's overfeeding, which is why
Correct.
I spent so long harping on stop feeding your fish. I wasn't saying that fish can live without eating. What I
Right.
was is that you can put more food in there than the fish need, and more food than the biology of the tank can handle, and that's when you have problems. That's when you get disease, you get foul water, you get a stinky mess, and dead fish.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, thank you, Jacob. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Bye for now. There we are.
And
Oh, what do we have for questions here?
that's what I was
Let's
just
see.
supposed to ask. He was ready for some questions.
Well, here we
Well,
go.
Yep, that's the one I was going to click.
Oh, all right. Hello, Father. Oh, by the way, write down the timestamp for this
Okay.
to
You
give
can get a
to Racing Turtle. She's doing a weekly Q&A video that's extracted from these live streams. So we want to help her out as much as possible by giving her the timestamp so that she'll be able to more easily pull out the stuff we really want in those videos. So Botaniquariums, cute name, I like it. I have a query, Father Fish. What do you think about mixing different species in a community, like mixing American and African cichlids together along with arowanas from Asia? Just an example. Well, funny you should ask that. I think I've done that for a long time. When Brenda gets here, I will show you a 130-gallon tank that has Malawi, Tanganyika, Central American, and South American cichlids in it. It's a cichlid tank, except for some plecos. Everything else is a cichlid, but there are cichlids in there from all over the world. Now, there are some amazing things about that tank. Only one of which is the fact that it is 2/3 or better fully planted with huge growths of red jungle valsnaria, of just a great huge forest of it that the fish do not nip on. They don't chew on it. They don't eat it. They do keep the tank very clean of algae, and we feed pretty heavily. A lot of shrimp, a lot of this flake. But we've got one of the things I've noticed about fish that are from different regions is that very often they will ignore a fish that does not occur in their natural environment.
That's interesting.
In other words, they won't have a trigger response to a fish that is acting and looking in ways that their species has never encountered before. Now, that's not an absolute. There are exceptions to it, certainly. But I've noticed it's a fairly common dynamic, particularly among African cichlids, which are notorious, the Malawis, for being very aggressive. Well, I should admit that the Malawis that I have involve very few umbunas. I have peacocks and some of the other somewhat less aggressive, and a fair amount of Tanganyikas, which are significantly less aggressive. And then I have Central Americans like Salvini is a big one that's in there. I can't remember. There are a few others. But yes, you absolutely can mix fish from different environments. The problem with mixing arowana is that they will try to eat anything they can put in their mouth. And they have a mouth bigger than they are. They really do.
They do.
They have a mouth so big it can take in something bigger than their own body.
Wow.
And there have been records of fish, arowanas, caught floating in the Amazon with like 2-foot arowana with a 2-foot tiger fish in their mouth that they can't get out, and they wind up dying from it. So they're highly, highly predaceous fish. They are not an aggressive fish at all. That is, they don't fight, but they do try to eat everything they can. And they have a shovel-like mouth, a steam shovel mouth, and a belly that expands to be able to handle the load. They can actually swallow a fish bigger than they are by folding it in their gut. It's just an amazing fish. But when you figure a fish like that is only going to eat about once a month, it needs the biggest meal it can get. So they're not afraid to try to swallow near about anything, which makes them not a good candidate for a mixed environment. Now I've got two 12 to 14 inch arowanas. They're by themselves, except for some larger plecostomus that they're not likely to mess with. And if they tried, they wouldn't make any headway because the plecos are big and they have a very hard shell and they're strong enough to escape. I may try some bigger fish with them. You can do that with arowana. you can keep them with other fish. You just have to be somewhat careful what you got them with, so that number one, they're not going to get beat up, because they're pretty sensitive that way. If something goes after them, they got nowhere to go, and they're not defensive. Their defense is to run. So if you got a fish that's really aggressive toward them, they're not going to handle it well. They'll get killed pretty easily. But there are other fish that you can do that with. You have to kind of play with it. I've got a 6-inch arowana that's in with a bunch of other 4 to 6 inch fish, and it's not ready to go after anything in the tank yet. And they're all kind of growing at the same rate. These are fish that are going to get 12, 16, 18 inches. They're going to get big, all of them. So we'll see how that goes. They're in a 125, and they will need to be separated at some point. And I think we're going to wind up with the big pond housing big fish at some point.
Yeah.
It's bound to happen. What else we got?
We've got this question from Squirt. She was wondering about the flake food, if it'd be okay for her pistos.
Is it better than frozen shrimp? Probably not. I think, though, it's as good as frozen shrimp, because it really retains the properties of the basic properties of a living organism. It does have a shelf life, about 3 months, and flake food doesn't have a shelf life. I mean, you leave flake food sitting out for 25 years and it won't change much. Probably would turn to dust, but
probably.
Well, the mites will get into it.
Right.
Eventually.
Something's going to get into it.
Really. Or the mice or whatever. Or the dog.
Right.
Or the cat. Yes, you can feed it to everything. And we are feeding it to everything.
And that actually answers this question, because I was curious if that included bettas.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a good basic food, a good staple. Now, the frozen mysis would be a better food for bettas, simply because the best food for bettas is mosquito larvae. And that's live food, worms, blackwood, they love worms. So it's always, all of these foods are alternatives to the best food, which is why the frozen shrimp is so good, because it's very close to a fresh live food. But fresh live food is the optimal for virtually all fish, even the algae eaters. Most of the algae eaters will also eat insects and so forth. I was feeding my wiro today. I've got 4 good-sized wiro, spawning size wiro, all in one, and they're in a 75, I think. With no plants. They're death on plants. Now, I found I can have floating plants, but for whatever reason, they won't eat floating plants, which kind of doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah,
but
that doesn't. That's strange.
I don't understand it. Anyway, I was feeding shrimp, and they were ravenously attacking the shrimp. Just very excited to have it. So most fish are that way. That even the vegetarians, well, like the silver dollars, they'll eat worms and bugs and whatever you want to give them.
Mm-hmm.
That is too.
Mhm.
Make sure you're writing down this timestamp on these for
Okay.
Jolie so that give her make it a little easier on her. I
Definitely.
think that's going to be. I think that's going to be a really nice series. Uh, we had some really good response to it. To the first one, Ryan did one. That was it was clips from live streams, and the
Mhm.
kind of comments were that they really enjoyed the informality of the Q&A, and
Oh,
and
that's good.
so I'm also gonna I've been writing for TFH for a couple of series now, and I'm going to suggest to them a sidebar Q&A column. I
Oh, that'd
get
be nice.
I get so much material from responses, comments on videos, direct emails, comments here on the live streams, um, that I really do have a great resource. Plus, people calling me up. I got a separate phone. I finally got a phone with a private number, so I'm not on the phone all day.
Right.
But I enjoy doing it, so I wind up doing it half the time anyway. But I give that phone to the staff. Matthew Plowden, thank you, Matthew, for your $20 donation. That's very kind of you and very generous, and we do very much appreciate it. We're going to Aquashella, and I'm taking 9 people with me to Aquashella. We're going to take the whole mob, and we're going to all be outfitted in our Father Fish shirts. You got one? You can show off. Mine are not here.
Well, I've got this one that I'm wearing. I've got my hoodie on.
Yeah, I've got the one that we did the swamp. The swamp.
Actually, yeah, we did the swamp.
It's that picture. I think they're black or blue, aren't they? Black.
Yeah, I think black.
Yeah. Anyway, we're all going to be wearing our Father Fish t-shirts, so it'll be like a mob scene. We're going to just come in and take over. We're going to be featuring some products, and we will have a platter with tasty cakes there, which we get at a very low cost from down the street from a supplier who brings us boxes of this stuff every week. So that's going to be our birthday cake. We'll have a big card to sign, and we'll give out pieces of cake or cookie to everybody as a birthday meal or whatever, a birthday treat. What is this? No show until tonight. Dark water tank is so dark, the phone wouldn't show much. The Tangala has an algae bloom. Been running concrete 20-hour shifts at night, causing some neglect. Wow. Well, it happens, doesn't it? That's perfectly normal. Well, thank you, Matthew, for the notification. It's not going to be showing off as text in it. You could anyway if you were to show them at their worst. I mean, there's always room for that too.
That's true.
But there may be no point to it for you. So, what's here? Christian's here. Let's say hello to Christian. Hi there.
Hey there, how y'all doing tonight?
Good. How are you? Ooh, look at this.
This is my 60-gallon long that I used as a grow out tank.
Yes.
And I had a bunch of baby German blue rams in here, but they all grew out. And so I kept 2 of them, but I sold the rest.
Oh, good for you.
And so I'm currently trying to decide what I want to do with this tank next. And my question for you tonight is, do you think that angelfish would do okay in this tank
I just had it on the brain. That's exactly what I was going to suggest. I think it'd be perfect. You want to get a couple of pieces of slate that you can prop up because they lay their eggs on a vertical surface, a
Oh, yeah.
hard vertical surface. So cones, if you can get a cone, I think it'd be perfect.
Yeah, I've actually got a breeding pair of marble angelfish right now. They're laying eggs about every couple of weeks.
Oh,
And,
nice.
I'm already raising some fry, and I don't have room right now to raise any more. So I've been
Well, this is perfect. Yep, perfect.
trying to get them to become parents, but so far they're eating all their spawns. Unless I pull
Yeah,
the eggs,
well,
they
what
don't
you can do is you can pull the eggs and hatch them in just a bowl with an air stone in it, and leave them in there until they're free swimming, and then start feeding them. It's about 2 days to hatch and 2 to 3 days to free swimming. So it's about a week once they're laid before they're ready to eat. Nice rams. That looks like a pair.
It is. They've already spawned once.
Oh, nice.
I really didn't want them to because they're brother and sister, but I hadn't been able to find any more quality rams around.
Yeah, it really won't hurt anything. You can do that for 3 to 4 generations without any feedback, without any problems. After that, it becomes problematic. You can't do it forever, but a couple of generations will not be a problem.
Yeah, this tank's ready for a trim.
It sure is.
Everything's growing. I cleaned off all the floating plants yesterday that I wanted to get rid of because it was
Beautiful.
really out. But
Nice. Yeah, the fellow I was talking about earlier brought in a bag of German rams that were half grown, so I got those.
are you shipping fish yet?
Pardon?
Are you shipping fish yet?
Not yet. I'm real close. We decided to make a larger box with 1-inch styrofoam. We've been using 1/2-inch styrofoam. So we got a couple of big 4x8 sheets and we figured out how to cut it. And we got a box that'll fit. So we're going to put that together and that'll be our fish box. Oh, wow.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you really need to get them in that big tank.
Yeah, I've been changing the water every day. I still got to do it tonight after the stream, but I've got a lot of them in here. I know that some of them are culls, so
I would just start dipping them out and putting net full in there. You just do it right away. Do it right now while we're watching.
What's that?
Those rams are not going to hurt them. You can leave the rams in there.
Okay.
I would dip. Go and get your net and dip some out and put them in while we're watching you.
Okay. Well, I'd really like to pick through them because, like I said, I know there's some culls in there.
Yeah. Well, it'd be easier to do it now rather than waste the food on fish you don't want.
Okay. Let me see if
How many discus you have in there? 2, 3?
I've got 2 larger ones and one smaller one.
Yeah.
And I've still got a few leftover bettas that, they were actually the ones that I wasn't planning on doing anything with because they weren't growing as well as the others. But they've started growing a little bit since they're in here by themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, with the discus, I mean.
Yeah. How many you got, bettas?
There's probably 15 or maybe 20 in there.
If you want to move them, I'll buy them from you.
Okay, I'll send you a message on Discord and we'll coordinate it.
Okay, sounds good.
And then this is the parents to those. If I can get them to where they'll turn sideways, there they are.
Oh, beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Very pretty. Yeah, marbles. I've got a big pair like that. Actually, I think I've got 3 females. But you got to cut. Yeah.
They're really nice fish. I've had a hard time with this tank for some reason. I've got the, the father fish substrate. I've got the inch of soil, 2 inches, maybe slightly more than 2 inches of sand. But for a while, plants just wouldn't grow in here.
Yeah.
They finally started taking off a little bit, but it's not one of my better tanks for plants.
Yeah, it'll get better. It'll improve in time. I don't know what that is. It happens occasionally. Don't really understand why.
I don't.
Yes, strange when it
All my
happens.
other tanks don't have any problem growing plants.
Yeah, yeah. And you got stems in there which should jump up. Plus, it's that octopus.
Yeah, I've got octopus. I've got some Ludwigia over here. It's getting kind of spindly.
Yeah,
And then the Rotala's doing pretty good.
yeah, it's a little small, but and the valve is there. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
How long's that been set up?
About 14 or 15 months.
Over a year.
Yeah,
Funny.
I
Funny
set it
stuff.
first to last summer.
Put some leaf culture in there.
Okay.
Get some leaf mulch going. That will cultivate the top of the sand.
Okay. Yeah,
You
and
have snails. You have snails in it.
I had a nearite snail in there, but I found the empty shell the other day, so for some reason
Snails could help too.
And then I've got a wild betta in this tank up here.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
He'll come out.
Umbrella.
He's right. It's a 2.5 with Rotala Vietnam and some
Oh yeah.
Sagittaria.
Uh-huh.
He's right over there, but he won't come out.
Uh,
I seen him poke his head out and then turn around and go right back in.
what's in it? Embellis, is it?
It's a Dina.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's more uncommon. Nice. There he is.
Well,
Yep.
there he was.
Zing.
He's fast.
I got too
Yeah.
close.
Yeah, they still have their wild nature, don't they?
Right? They definitely do.
And I've got this pothos growing here out of my
It certainly is.
filter,
Love it.
and it has become like a steroid plant. The leaves are bigger than any I've ever seen on any other
Yeah, those leaves are huge.
pothos. And of course, this is Ludwigia.
Right. Oh, right.
Wow.
Yeah, that loves getting out of the tank too.
Yeah, it's growing out of this little small tank with this betta in it.
I love that.
He's pretty.
He is.
All right, I'll get off of here and let somebody else come up. I appreciate the time, though.
Well, thank you, Christian. Nice to see you.
It's good to talk to y'all. Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. We got a super chat from Adam.
Oh, thank you, Adam. My goodness sakes. Gas money for the trip. I'll tell you what, we're gonna need more gas money. I'm paying the hotel bill for everybody, and I'm buying one meal a day. I'm doing dinner every day. I could do breakfast. That'd be cheaper.
Actually, the motel might offer free breakfast. I haven't
Get
looked to see
a
it.
loaf
Might.
of bread and some butter and tea.
Right.
And make toast. We'll have to check. A lot of hotels will have a room service breakfast that's pretty inexpensive. We need to look into that. I don't know if they usually will have something in the morning. So
And then Big Time Adventures asked this question.
do I have a favorite mini tank? No, can't say as I do. I just like them all. And
Right.
I've got all kinds of mini tanks. I don't display a lot of them. because it's awkward to display a lot of mixed sizes of tanks in an environment like this. I do have a couple of glass cases, one of which is fully outfitted with jars and bowls that are set up. And the other one eventually will get there. Jennifer's been putting those together and does a real nice job. So, and we're getting people wanting to buy those kinds of setups for their office or whatever. So
Yeah, the
we're
perfect
doing
office setups.
yeah, we're doing more of that kind of thing with shrimp and little tiny fish and so forth. Bettas are always good. Shrimp are the easiest
Yeah,
because
they
they can tolerate a wide range of temperature, and they don't require much in the way of feeding. They can go kind of indefinitely without food.
Yeah, they're really low maintenance pets.
They really are.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I'll be right back. I'm gonna take a quick break.
you bet. Let's see what's looking on here. Megan. Wow. Megan got a 4.0. I know she was just finishing up the semester. Wow, that's pretty impressive there, Megan. Pretty impressive. Let's see. I'm looking to see if I can find anything else here. Let's go back, go down to the bottom. Mercy. 500 comments again. Okay, Matthew. Megan. Oh, yeah, Megan's talking about we're doing a reality video. We've got one in the works. The problem is getting them edited because it's just horribly time consuming editing these things. The editor that I had with me for about 3 years resigned to move on to other projects. Well, I'd kind of run out of gas and he was having to dig around to get material. And he was good about it, but it was unfair to him because I really wasn't giving him new material in a consistent way. But he would spend, 12, 16 hours, 18 hours on a single video to get it. And you could tell by watching. They were very highly polished. Ryan does a wonderfully good job. He's doing all the editing right now, but this is a guy who, if he can spend 4 hours on a project, he has overextended himself. He's way too busy. So I'm looking for an editor. We really need somebody who wants to do video editing, who's frankly good at it, because I'm not at the point where I'm ready to handle a beginner again, considering myself a beginner. I don't have the skill to do it. I'm too slow and don't understand the technology. So I don't even try. All the videos I did for the first number of years were just cut and published. I stood in front of the camera, turned it on, talked for 10, 15 minutes, turned it off, and published it. That's what I did for years. No editing at all of any kind. And you can tell. It's pretty obvious. Some of them were good, but the best videos came when we got our editor on board, and he began putting out just very high quality stuff. So I'm looking for somebody who can help us continue in that vein. What do we got? Anything?
Not that I'm seeing right
Megan,
off the
anyway,
bat.
yeah.
You was asking if I saw anything new, and it's like not right off the bat. I haven't.
Okay. Megan made a comment to Adam. She said, reality TV in the making. Very excited to be next to my fish fan. We're working on getting Megan and her family to Salisbury. They're languishing in Toledo or wherever in the world they are. And we're going to try to put it together to get her and her kids and her husband here. So we'll see how all that goes.
That'll be nice.
But she will be joining us for Aquashella.
Mm-hmm.
She's become a member of the family pretty quickly, and it's because she's such a hardworking girl and so creative and bright with things that we just need. You know, the ability to handle this technology in an appropriate way is a big part of it, and that's a big part of where these kinds of things have to go. We got to be good at it. And we're right now kind of at our low. We're back to where we were a few years ago.
Yeah,
But
I
we
noticed.
also have Julia on board. She's doing the shorts and doing a nice job with that, and is going to be putting together the Q&As, which will be cuts from these live streams. So looking forward to that as well.
That'll be nice.
And I could even add some to that. We could do a
Yeah,
few
you
because
could.
I get, well, particularly when I get an interesting comment as an email or as a comment on a video that deserves that. So the Q&A thing I think is going to be good for us. But what Megan is talking about is really exciting.
Yeah.
That's live TV. I mean, watch out, tank, here we come.
Right.
And we
That
have
would
the
be pretty cool.
personalities here to prove it.
Mhm.
I mean, you get these guys huffy with each other and sparks fly. It's kind of amazing, but they work so brilliantly together. It's an absolutely amazing team of people, really amazing. I mean, I'm constantly kind of stunned with the quality of people who are involved with us and helping us out and making all this happen. And I just don't want to lose one of them. So I struggle. I put myself in a position where I've stretched the budget to get one more person on board. We're pretty well stable now, but I just mentioned something that's going to cost us more money, and that's an editor. So here we go again. We have to be growing. We've got to be growing. So we're just looking at ways to be able to do that. And selling fish will be an important part of it. So we're making a new box that'll be an inch thick styrofoam, and we found a protective element that we can fold over in the box that will add substantially to to its ability to protect heat or cold, protect from the heat or cold, I should say. So hopefully that's going to make a big difference. We've changed our shipper to UPS second day air, and that's working up pretty well. They mess up about 1% of the time, which is acceptable. I mean, nothing is perfect,
Right.
but they're good. And so far they've been very good. We've had virtually no complaints, maybe one or two a week, which is when you're doing 150 orders a week, that's pretty good.
That is. Oh, looks like we got Dude Sweat waiting to come up. Want me to bring him up?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hi.
What's up, guys?
Hi there.
So I talked to you guys last week for a little bit, showed you some of the stuff. My camera was kind of messed up though. I had it mirrored, so I kept looking randomly at stuff. What are you guys up to?
Oh,
Enjoying
talking
the
fish.
view of your
Talking fish.
setup.
Talking fish as usual.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Um,
So what do you
Setup.
got here? What are you doing?
well, these are 20-gallon barrels that I set up a while ago. This one has parrot's feather and hornwort.
Right.
No fish or anything. I think it has some snails. What's weird about these barrels is all of them have different type of like creatures in them. Like this one has scuds, but this one has no scuds. This one had a bunch of mosquito larvae, and none of the other ones did.
Now it's got guppies.
Now, yeah, I put the guppies in. They ate up all the mosquito larvae.
Right.
But yeah, this one gets way more algae since the fish are in here. But yeah, I used to have the guppies in this one, in this big 125-gallon insert. But after summer, it just gets too cold, and they'll end up freezing. It doesn't freeze over, but it's cold enough where they can't survive.
Where are you located?
I'm on the central coast of California.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it doesn't really freeze here, but it gets, 30s, 20s sometimes.
You can do things like shrimp and the rice fish.
Yeah, I've been thinking about doing rice fish out here. I haven't put any of the shrimp out here yet, but I've been thinking about it.
Shrimp will do well. They
show
handle cold really well.
show you the shrimp. Here's my other fish collection.
I love
how
it.
nice. Oh, look at that.
Yeah,
Are they ceramic or?
they're all different. Some ceramic, some metal.
They're beautiful.
Cool. Nice.
So yeah, I just try and collect random ones.
Right.
You got a swordfish over here.
Oh, he's gorgeous.
All right, here's the actual tank though.
I love
loaded with plants. It's a lot of house plants in there.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, I think this is the lucky bamboo, right? I think.
Okay.
Lots of hornwort. This is Java fern, I guess.
Yeah, probably. Yes, it is. Looks like it.
Yeah, and then more parrot's feather from outside. Lots of pothos.
Lots of pothos, right?
Yeah, lots of pothos. What is this? The octopus plant?
Mm-hmm.
Pogostem installata.
Pogostem, yeah, looks like it. That's such a neat plant. I like it.
Yeah, and then what else we got in here?
I don't think we have any. We've got guppies.
Yeah, so I just have these 2 big females and 2 males. And they've just been kicking out the babies. They're pumping them out.
Nice.
I think we can see some shrimp, maybe. The little bright red specks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Those are the baby ones.
Nice.
Yeah. This stuff is called moneywort, I think.
Okay.
I like this stuff, though. It grows just like the pennywort out of the water pretty good.
That is cool.
Just more different pothos.
I like that you got snake plants in there. That's really unique.
Yeah.
Some of them have rotted, though. Like, I'm not going to lie.
Well, they're desert plant.
Yeah. Well, see, I started this one in a different tank, and it grew from just a cutting. So I was like, oh, okay, like it's definitely possible. But I haven't had them this submerged before.
Right.
Yeah. So kind of I'm just seeing what happens, but.
Yeah, we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, they're definitely growing though. Well.
Amazing.
A little bit.
So long as they can get air.
Yeah. Also, if you guys want to see some other plants, I don't have aquatic stuff out front, but last week I heard somebody talking about how they got into the aquarium plants because it was really like the
Look at the
outside stuff.
garden. Nice garden.
Gorgeous.
So I thought the same stuff. This stuff is a lot like the aquatic plants, which
Yeah,
kind
except for the cactus, right?
of got me into it.
That's a beautiful cactus.
Yeah, I got a ton of cactus and succulents and
Oh yeah,
I love your garden.
lots
very
of
nice.
stuff.
Hmm.
Okay.
No lawn.
Yeah, I was thinking about putting a pond out here, but I
Oh,
already
that'd
have
be
that one
cool.
out back.
Hmm.
But I don't really want to dig anymore.
How
Yeah.
deep is that?
That's only like a foot. Yeah. Only like a foot deep. Which
Well,
wouldn't
you
be
can
bad
raise
for
it
a little
up, put a
shallow.
liner in it.
Yeah. It's a possibility. I'm thinking a tree though.
Okay,
Yeah, but I just have a ton of
nice,
cool
pretty.
plants. Okie dokie. I'll let
Thank
you
you,
guys get
dude.
back to your fish.
Happy to meet you. You bet.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It looks like we got Brenda.
Looks like we do.
Hmm.
There she
Hey.
is. Oh, here's the pond.
Hmm.
That's about 300 gallons. That's
That is a nice pond.
so yeah, I think it's going to be really cool. I somebody came in. I mentioned with a a bowl full of green Aeneas Cory cat, so I dumped them all in there because I wanted to keep them together, and I figured they'll make a good cleanup crew for the koi. So that's their new home. And we probably will not have plants in it. We'll have to see how it goes. We may do some potted plants, some like bog plants. That would probably look nice. Stuff growing up out of the water around the perimeter. But we're getting about 40 koi on Tuesday that are going to go in there. We've got to get a filter hook up to it yet, and we want to do some kind of superstructure that'll make it look Japanese. So it'll be cool.
That
It'll
is
be
gonna be cool.
And then I want to have pictures, probably embossed pictures of the different kinds of koi with their Japanese character name and then English translation. So showing the kinds of koi we're carrying. But these are coming from the fellow who came up last week, who it turns out has a very legitimate koi operation with some real quality fish. So we're excited about it. He's cranking out the babies and he's doing an appropriate call. So, has a clear understanding of how to proceed and is learning the hobby and learning the industry. There's a lot to doing koi. It's a very refined, detailed kind of process, but he's all about making it happen, and he's got some nice stuff. So we're excited about that.
Yeah, I love that pond. Can't wait to see what it looks like when you get everything set up.
Well, it changes the room. We had that bench in the front that you could sit on and watch the tanks. Now you can't do that now. You have to sit on the edge of the pond to see those lower tanks. So that's kind of problematic. We may need to try. I don't know what we can do about it because there's just 2 feet of room to walk between them, and we can't put anything else in there. So, but we're maximizing our space, and I think that'll be very attractive once we really get it all together. It'll be fun.
That it will be.
Wonderful. Let's see. I was trying to think of something. Oh, show us the arowana, the big ones, Brenda. Oh, the lights off? Oh, the lights are off. Might still be able to see them. Yeah. We have two big arowana in here. And they're eating real well and growing. So that's a 125 6-foot tank. So they can be in there until they get 2 to 3 feet long. So I don't know about 3 foot, certainly 2 foot. They can double in size, and the tank will still be good for them. Beyond that, and we're in a different game. I think we'd have to use the big pond if they get much beyond 2 feet.
Yeah, probably.
But they're real nice. They're doing well together too. We were a little concerned initially that they were squabbling. One is bigger than the other, so the little one was taking a bit of a beating. But it's decided to leave them together. It wasn't really bad, and they act like they're going to be okay. It probably is 2 males, and that could turn into a problem when they get to the point where they're sexually mature. So I don't know. They are gold arowanas. They're not the common arowana, and they came from predatory fins. What else do we got to show off? Let's look at the big 125 top right there. We had about 25, 30 fish in here. It's down to about 10. We sold a few, but mostly because these are all fish that get very big. Notice I put him back in there, and he's doing real well. These are all fish that eat heavily and get big. So this is not their ultimate home. And I frankly don't know what is. Hopefully it'll be a customer's home who will see them and love them. When they get big, they get real spectacular. And there are people who just really, really enjoy big fish. So we wanted to have the opportunity for folks to be able to get some big fish. That's a datnoid just shot by there. We had him out of there for a while. I put him back in, and he's doing quite well. I think we had him in. We took our shovel nose out. Not sure why. Do we have any bikers? There are 5 or 6 bikers in that tank. I don't know if you can spot any. They're just really starting to grow. We have a few that are maybe 6 inches. They come in at about 4 inches, 3 to 4. But they're starting to come along. Yeah, I'm not seeing any. She's not finding any. They're probably hiding in the back. We've got about 3 species, I think, of biker. But that's something we'll be able to improve on and get more of the oddball bikers. They're just all hiding, aren't they? That's funny.
Yeah, it seems like they are.
Normally they're all out. Well, Brenda fed them this morning, and I've been here all day, and I had to feed them, so they're resting from their bellies being puffed up by food. They've been eating shrimp all day, and they all got real fat. Oh, show the pike cichlids, the bottom of 75 to your left. Below, that one down there. These guys,
Wow.
got his head sticking out, and here we go. These are about a foot long. We got them at 2 inches, probably 6 months ago. And I'm not sure it's a pair. They hang out together, but there's no difference in color. And I think they're reds, which means the male should be bright red. So my feeling at this point is that we have 2 females. And I don't know quite what we can do about that. Trade one maybe if somebody's got a couple of males at some point. But I could be wrong. And it could not be reds. It could be another species. I really haven't looked them up to see exactly what we got, but they're real healthy. We had them in with the big the big brown cichlids. What do they call them? My poor brain. I don't know. The big round cichlids, several. We had big gold ones. We got 2 of them in there. I put them in the pond, the gold severums. And I put those 2 koi back in the pond. They've grown. They were languishing, and I found a dead one in the little tank they were in. So I got them back in here now we'll see how they do. I see them both. Hopefully they'll be okay.
Hopefully.
I don't know, somebody was beating up on them. I didn't really figure out who is. Probably the severum, actually. So we may wind up. I really don't want to mix them in with the show koi because I don't think I will. We'll just figure out something else to do. We do have some outdoor ponds that are growing plants, and we have a few fish, a few guppies, and shrimp in some of those outdoor tubs. This has a lot of plants growing in it. We kind of use it as a rehabilitation tank for plants that get kind of get beaten up or abused. We plant them in here when they drop the net in, and very often they do quite well. They grow back nicely. So
Love that pond.
There's a Paladarium needs to be planted. Yeah, it's got a lot of plants in it mostly. It's really kind of gotten very heavily planted recently. I'll tell you what, show us, Brenda, all of the trays that Bryce has put together. We don't have to look at them all individually, although some of them are real interesting. But we've got a horticulture center going now. They're raising moss and ferns and some epiphytes like buse. And here they are. We have, I don't know how many of these. These are fairly large trays. I can't read what it says, and we can't hear Brenda. But you can see that's Glossostigma, I think.
Yeah, I can't read the writing on it either. A little bit too small for me, too.
Yeah. Let's see if I make it bigger. I might be able to.
That's beautiful moss. Love those setups.
It's doing so well, isn't it?
Taiwan moss. Yep, I can see it now. Taiwan moss.
Yeah, there it is, right.
That's beautiful.
Isn't that nice? Java.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what, now these are just starting. So they're not ready to sell yet. Christmas sauce. Once these little sections are full with a lot of plant growth, then that's when we sell them. These are Some of these have only been a week or two. There's a flame moth. This one's doing real well.
Oh,
Look at that.
cool.
Just, yeah. We've already been selling some of these. That's why the blank spot's there. And we're working on the second culture of those weeping moths. These are so hard to get hold of that we decided to do this to be able to make them available.
That's a good way to do it.
Yeah, Monte Carlo. That's a real popular one. And we have some. It's coming along. It's a little slow, but we have enough patches to be able to sell it. That's what is that one? That's I don't remember. And then the last one is Buse. That's Christmas moss. Let's see if she shows us the Buse. I think it's all the way down at the end. Yes. There it is, right there. It's July 15th. These are all Buse.
That's
They're
coming along really well.
Yeah, nice. But they had kind of a rough start. We didn't have good culture to begin with, but they're coming along real well. I think it's going to be nice. And these are simply our vats. There's another tray that got put down the bottom. We've run out of space up top now. So I don't know, we need to expand that operation somehow. We have plants, mostly these are plant vats. We do have a few fish in some of them. We do have some baby fish. We have baby, what do we have right now? We have baby electric blue acara that are in a smaller vat. Can we look at they're right in there. I don't know that we'll see them. You might, yeah, right by there they are.
Yep, there's the babies.
There they are. There are a couple of hundred of them in there. It's full of them. They're doing real well. So I'm excited about that. So we're starting to do more baby fish.
That's exciting.
And it's all about the food. But this the processed food that we bought, the frozen food that's what's making the difference with these, because we're able to feed an appropriate size when they're real tiny. Nice. The trick with the acara is to get them up to an inch. They can be tricky. Wonderful. Thank you, Brenda.
Yeah, thank you. It looks like we got Gerald waiting, I think.
Let's see. Gerald Craig, yes. Hi, Jared. Gerald, hello. Can your microphone is off.
Oh, there it goes.
There we go. There he is.
I had a question for you. So I got this tank here. We're doing the father fish method.
Very nice.
The question I have is, I bought this used, and I'm noticing here there's like up in the corner there's a loose seal. Can that be partially drained and then fixed? Or
Yeah, it can. Look at it again. There's something I want to point out to you. Put your camera back on it. Look at where the glass meets.
This?
Yeah, that's the key. If that is solid with no bubbles in it, then that little puddle of silicone really is not doing anything. It's the silicone between the sheets of glass
Okay.
that are sealing it. So you can do that, but you need to be careful when you remove it that you don't let that razor blade slip in between the sheets of glass, because that'll break the seal,
Okay.
and that's much more difficult to repair.
Okay. So I just need to kind of like just cut the out where it's loose on the inside and then just reseal it from there.
Yeah, but you certainly can do that.
Okay. Yeah, I was curious if I had to drain the entire tank because it's a 220-gallon tank. And
Right? No, not at all. Show us the tank. Want to get a bit? Looks really nice. Oh, it's a great tank. 220. Wow, big tank with full of little fish. I love it.
Yeah, me too. I love that.
well, I appreciated that. I needed to talk to an expert. I was trying to research it and I couldn't figure it out if it was possible.
Yeah, it's nothing to worry about.
Okay.
It's not going to be a problem. The frame, so long as the frame is not broken, that's what holds it together. And that seal between the glass, if you start seeing bubbles, then that means the seal is breaking.
Okay. Yeah.
That usually happens when the tank gets 10, 15 years old.
Okay.
And it's a bear to reseal at that point.
All right. I thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Thank you, Gerald. Happy to meet you.
Nice meeting you.
Oh.
Actually, I think that was what this question was related to. I think that may be the same person. I'm not 100% sure though.
That's somebody else.
Isn't?
Yeah, same question, same issue. You certainly can just drop the water level down to if the problem is high up. If the problem is on the bottom, then you don't have a lot of choices. There are things you can use. Silicone can be used in the water. If you have, for example, a pin leak, kind of a drip, or just a tiny little leak, you can use silicone in the water and press it into that, and very often be able to stop it. Now, it doesn't work real well on very big tanks, which is where you tend to get those problems. But it does work. You can do it. Usually what I will do is relegate a tank like that to the fish room. It comes out of the living room because it becomes a real risk. At some point, it's going to develop a profound leak, and you'll find much of the water from the tank on the floor. And you really don't want that in your living room or bedroom. You want it in your fish room on a concrete slab where you can deal with it.
Right.
So, and I do not trust large old tanks either. The only ones, I was going to say acrylic, but acrylic's the same way. Acrylic becomes crazed, CRAZED. It gets micro fractures in it. And that's a sign of aging. There's really not much you can do about that. They tend to be superficial. A lot of it can be buffed out. But when it gets deeper, it becomes just too old a tank to safely have in a setting that you don't want to get flooded.
And then we've got a question from Sailor Ed.
How long after I separate my male and female guppies? Really good question. Usually 2 to 3 litters. but some can do more. Guppies, like a lot of um, birds. I don't think birds. Birds. I don't remember about birds. Certainly fish.
Mhm.
No mammals. I think birds, some of them, are able to hold sperm in stasis. That means in kind of a protected environment where they stay alive, and I guess they provide some nutrition. I don't know. So that as the eggs mature, the sperm is released and is able to fertilize the eggs, and they can one spawn can fertilize two or three different um, spawn. When a fish, when a female grows eggs, it starts on the ovary as a cyst, and then it sort of breaks off from that. And in the case of fish, that divides and divides into different eggs, becomes multiple eggs. I may not have the biology of this right, but the principle is there. So you have many, many eggs, and they all get fertilized at once and or spawned at once. A lot of them are fertilized. I know what it is. It's the live bearer. The eggs that are laid are fertilized externally. The babies that hatch from the egg inside the parent, once they hatch and are born, there is another group of eggs coming off of the ovary that can be internally fertilized by the sperm that the female is holding. And that can happen 2 or 3 times before the sperm either die or are used up or whatever. So one spawning of a guppy can last 2 or 3 spawns. It's not generations because they're not generationally related. They're fraternally related. It's brothers and sisters. They're sibling related, but in different. Well, just like with any kind of birth, they get birthed at different times, and they're siblings. And then same with the fish. It's just there are more of them. So
Sailor Ed also
sister,
has. Go
yeah.
ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, sisters are sisters, regardless of if they have the same mother.
Right.
Uh,
Sailor Ed's curious. Will a swordtail breed with a guppy?
no, it'll try. It may try, but only rarely does anything come of those. The genetics are just too unique. There are some that can crossbreed, and there are others who claim that they've crossbred. I kind of doubt the veracity of that. If it were true, we would have unique species of fish that the farmers would be raising, and frankly, we don't. They're non-existent. So anybody who claims they've crossed a guppy with a sword, they probably watched them breed and they watched babies being born, but that doesn't mean that the mother had babies that were the product of that spawn. She messed around more than once, in point of fact. So I
Guppies will
don't.
do
Yeah,
that.
yeah. There are some. Mollies and platies will not cross, but platies and swords will. In fact, that's where. What is that other fish called? There is a separate species that's a cross between the two. What is that called? Can't think. I never get them because I don't like them. My brain's not working. It rarely is these days. Interesting. Will a sword breed a guppy? It will try. It may try. What's Mary? Yeah, yeah. Celery talking about sperm storage.
Mhm.
Father Fish don't believe the virgin birth. I do. I do. I believe it happened once.
Mhm.
Now, it's possible for an egg to divide on its own. I mean, it's not unheard of. But if it happens, it's going to produce all females, and they may not be fertile. I don't know. Guppy Molly Platy. Thank you. The Platy is a cross, and I believe it's a cross between a Platy. No, I'm wrong. That's not it. It's not Platy. There's another one. What's the other one?
Inlet?
It's pardon? No,
Inlet?
it's like a Platy.
Hmm. The only one I can think of is Platy's sword telling Molly.
No, there's another one. I need to look at a little list. I don't have one here. Oh, I could look it up. I know what I can do.
Oh, there you go.
I can look it up on Seagrass
Oh, yeah, that'll work.
because they're online.
Mhm.
Uh-oh,
What happened?
it's not coming up.
Oh, no.
Huh, that's odd. Oh, there it is. All right. Let's see if I can get in.
And actually, if you want me to, I can go get Dean's camera and show off what I did to my tanks today if you want.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, it'll take me just a minute.
Meanwhile, getting this up, I ought to show you what I'm doing, but I need to. Let me do this. Let's see. Share screen. Okay. So, oh Lord, here we go again. Share screen. Tropicals. Let's see if this is going to come up. There we go. Okay. All right, let me get over and find this now. Freshwater fish. Live bearers, guppy, molly, platy, sword. Here it is, Variatus. Variatus, and here's pictures. These are Variatus. And they're pretty fish. And I believe they're a cross between a platy and a sword. I could be wrong about that, but I seem to recall that. And they've been around a long time and have developed some nice color variations you can see. So pretty fish. They're probably a bit hardier than the platy, but I really prefer the platy. Let me show you what I'm talking about.
Oh, did you find it?
Yeah. These are platies.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one I was looking for is the Variotis,
I'm
which
not
most
familiar
shops
with that.
don't carry. But here, yeah.
Oh, that's a pretty one.
Yeah, they're nice fish. Someone needs to check me out on this as to where they came from. I think they're across, but I won't swear to it.
They're beautiful fish.
They're pretty.
I love
Yeah.
that one.
That's one of the oldest ones, the black.
It's got some interesting markings.
Yeah. I think my problem with them is when I remember when they were first developed, and I was not particularly impressed with them at that point. There wasn't anything. They were more like that, I guess, without the colorful tail, but nothing quite like that.
Wow.
They're anyway. Those styles.
Hey, I'm glad you found them.
How do I get out of it
I think we click. You got it.
like that?
Hey, that
Yeah.
worked. See if I can actually get this to working. Ding set it up so it should be set up right.
All right. Let's see.
Is that turned the right way?
I think we're there.
There?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Here we go.
Okay. Well, this is
Oh, very nice.
the Fatherfish Turtle Paladarium, 75-gallon. It's the one that leaks, but figured out where the leaking point is, and I just have to keep the water low. Got 2 baby musk turtles in here. Got
A turtle
lot of
tank.
Yeah, it's a turtle tank. But right now, they're not out. I was hoping they would be out, but they're not out at the moment. I still got a
That's
lot of
really
water.
that really has become a very nice tank.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm still working on improving it. There's a few other things that I want to do that I'm slowly doing over time. I kind of want to build this up a little bit more where it's more dry.
Right.
Because as you can see, it's pretty saturated with water.
Yeah, the higher you can get it, the better. Because at some point, the female is gonna want to lay eggs, and if she can dig down without getting to water to lay those eggs, there'll be a chance they'll survive.
Oh, that would be amazing to actually hatch out baby turtles in my Paladarium. That would be
Really.
fantastic. Then over here, I'm also starting to build up another little bit of land, just where they have options, because the female has been a little bit aggressive to the male. Not sure if that could be breeding behavior or what's going on there. Just kind of give them their separate spaces.
Is your water level maxed out?
No, actually, I need to get it back up higher. I can max it out at this line. So let me see if I can get my finger on it. It's backwards. Right.
Oh, you could be much higher then. Okay. That means raising everything up.
Yeah, that would be the only problem, is because if I can get it in camera, right there, you should be able to see where the Tupperware is. Because I actually use food safe Tupperware for the planter, for the bog plants.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to keep it under that, but close enough to it where they actually have plenty of room to swim. Because this
But that you could raise up. Just lift it up.
Oh, I didn't think of that. Yeah, you probably could just lift it up for a couple of rocks under there or something.
Or sand.
Yeah, or more sand. That'd be perfect.
Yeah.
But the jungle's definitely coming along. I'm going to have to give it another trim because the mint definitely grows fast. But
the plant growth is stunning.
Yeah, it definitely grows back. Actually, I think I cut it all back about 3 weeks ago. And yeah, you can't even tell I cut anything.
Yeah.
That's what I love about the mint is it just grows so quickly. And I'm slowly working on getting the aluminum plant to take over this area.
Ah,
So I have the aluminum plant here, my bog plants, and then lots and lots of mint.
nice.
This is the other tank I've been working on. This is my little rice fish tank that I got from LRB. Love these little guys because I don't have to have a heater. Don't have to worry about them. Eventually, I'm going to build a giant pond for them outside, but still got that in the works. Want to find the right spot. I removed a lot of the plants from the front. Still got a lot more to do because I'm slowly transferring the plant from this one over to this one. This one needs
Right.
a little bit more work because I did have an outbreak of a mix of hair algae with way too much guppy grass, which killed out some of the stem plants. But you can see where I'm going in with the Sagittarius, planting it, and that'll be a better place for my guppies to hide anyway, because these little diamond tetras, they definitely become part of the food web, sadly.
Huh.
But
Right.
you know, as many guppies as I've got in here, I have a lot of babies. I don't know if you
Oh,
can see
yeah.
them on camera.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm still trying to give them a place to hide until I can get the moss transferred over. I just left that hair algae just to let them hide.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, dude is wondering if the mint is fragrant.
Oh yes, the mint. All I have to do if I want my room, if I want my fish room to smell like mint, all I have to do is do this, and the whole room will start smelling like mint because this is a
Oh,
small
how
room.
nice.
So whenever I'm working with this tank, this room smells amazing because it's the same type of mint that you use. It's herbal mint for making herbal teas or
Oh,
potpourri.
cool.
And it's turtle safe. Everything in this tank I've researched to make sure it's turtle safe. Because they do, when they get older, kind of like to eat plants.
Right, right.
But yeah, that's how my tanks are going right now. I'm going to be doing some more work on them next weekend, especially these two, that one, and that one will look way different hopefully next time.
Looking good. That's great. Thank you, Dina.
Thank you. Yeah, the phone died. The connection to the phone died.
Oh,
I'm gonna run this back to Dane just in case his boss goes to call him this evening. I'll be right back.
sure. Okay. Dina. Nice. Let's see, Mary Oliver. Seller, any male fry are next breeders. Really. Very nice. How are we doing time wise? Well, it's 10 of 8.
Yeah,
We
it's
got
getting down to it.
Away. Yeah, we got about 10 minutes, 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions here that we've
Let's
just
see.
collected too? What is this? Oh, nice. Uh-oh, mysteries. No, you did not.
Mm-mm.
You did not. I'm sorry to tell you, you did not. What you got is apple snails. And they will eat every plant in your tank.
Yeah, they'll decimate it.
And they will breed prolifically. They give live birth, kind of one a day. So get them, if you have a planted tank, you want to get them out.
Mm-hmm.
Mystery snails do not live in temperate water, depending on where you're from. I'm assuming. Tina, where are you from? Where did you collect these? Let's see if we get an answer.
Yep.
She said,
Long
"Oh, good."
Island.
Pardon?
Long
Oh
Island.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's
Definitely gets chilly there.
yeah, it's an apple snail. They get big. They get much bigger than the mystery snail. They'll
Oh,
get
yeah.
the size of a golf ball.
Mhm.
They're really quite a neat snail, but you can't keep them with plants. They just scarf them all down. There are two snails that I know of that are voracious plant eaters. The other is called a spixie, SPXI, and it looks like a giant ram's horn. It's it's real big, about
Oh,
like that.
wow.
And they're actually a worse plant eater than the apple snail, if you can imagine.
Tina says that the snails are striped.
Really? Well, that's interesting. I'd like to see them. You want to come up and show them to us? I don't know what that
That'd be
would be.
wonderful.
I don't know about apple snails that are striped, but there may be. Let's see.
Yeah, there could be. I've never seen any, but hey, that doesn't mean that they're not there.
Let me go back here. Actually, cigarettes is not going to carry that kind of snail.
She said she'll try to
Snails and
join and
mollusk.
show us.
Snail and mollusk. Yeah. Let me see if I can get this back up. Let's see. Share screen. Share. Let's see if we got them. Yeah, okay. Let me see if I can find something now fresh. Well, these are mollusks. Nearite. Here's rabbit snail. You all know what a rabbit snail is. That's a neat. I don't think I've spawned them. There's a mystery. That's albino mystery. Let's see. I doubt
there
that
she
they
is.
will have. I don't think they're going to have yeah, it's not. Look at that. That's a nearite.
That's a beautiful one.
And that there are nearites even prettier than that have not come over from Thailand yet.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty, aren't they?
They are. You can definitely get a large variety of snails. That's pretty cool.
Well, these are all mysteries.
Mm-hmm.
All of these. That's a nearite. That's a nice group of nearites. Assorted
Love the ones
nearites.
with stripes.
Yeah, maybe get some more of those. That's mystery.
Oh, we've
And then
got
the
Tina.
rabbit. We have Tina?
Uh-huh. Yep, she's ready to come up. Want me to bring her up?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hello?
Hello.
Can you hear
Tina.
me? Hi.
Yes.
So
How are
this is my
you?
big, this is my good. How are you?
Good.
This is my big tank, and I can't really. It's hard to see. He's right there. I don't know if you can see the striped one. I did a snail identification app, and it said that they were banded mystery snails.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
really? Oh,
Can you
nice.
see it?
Oh,
They're
I
beautiful.
do. Oh, it's
Yeah.
lovely. Yeah.
I have a whole bunch of them. Of course, they're
Wow.
masters at hiding. There's
Wow.
7 of them in here. They're all that striped ones, but I don't know if I can find another one.
Well,
Yeah, 'cause
you know how they, have you seen an egg case from Mystery Snails? Do you know what that is?
Usually they say
Okay.
they're at the top of the tank, right?
They're out of the water.
Right.
Yeah, above the water. And
I
they
haven't
look
seen
like
that
they look like a mud dauber's nest. The
yet.
wasp.
Okay. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
And they take about 30 days before they hatch. So if you see one, just leave it.
Okay.
And when they hatch, they'll fall down in there, and they will grow. There isn't much there that's going to eat them. They'll do real well.
Okay.
Nice.
I just wanted to show you. Can you see on the sponge all the shrimp? They have been multiplying like crazy in this tank.
Oh yes, I see the red shrimp. Wow, nice.
Yeah.
They've got some cool stuff in there. Oh,
And
nice
this,
platter.
you see
Pretty
that plant
platter.
right there? I just got that out of the river. That tall one right there.
Uh-huh.
A lot of these plants came from the local river or the local lake. All the wood came from the lake.
Oh, nice.
But this one is my pride and joy. I love this tank. I have
Very
another
cool.
one inside. It's a smaller one. But
Yeah.
for some reason the snails die in that, and not the snails, the shrimp die in that tank. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. Might be too warm.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That's possible. I don't know. The shrimp really are a cold water animal.
Oh, wow, and I have mine set at 79.
Well, that should be okay. That shouldn't be a problem.
Okay.
If it were
Okay.
mid 80s or above, it would be
Yeah.
a problem. But 79 should
Okay.
not be what's wrong. I don't know. I don't know why.
All
We
right.
could get on. Come over on Discord on the show, and you can
Yes.
talk to my Eve or somebody over there about
Okay.
it. It's a chance to look at things and really research what's going on to
Okay,
get
I'll
to
go over there.
to get to the bottom of a situation.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'm real interested in those snails. I've not seen them before. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, I couldn't believe when I found them. There were so many there.
Where'd you get them? You caught them wild?
I caught them wild. It was in the Peconic River on eastern Long Island.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
I would bet that they're not a mystery,
Really?
really.
If they're apple snails, I guess I'll be losing some plants then, huh?
Well, wait and see. I mean, you just have to see what happens. How
All
long
right.
how long have you had them in there?
The first set I got about 3 or 4 weeks ago. And then yesterday I got a bunch more.
All right, well, just keep an eye on them.
Okay, I will.
If you
I can't
start
thank you.
yeah.
I can't thank you enough for all your help and all your
You're
videos.
very
You're
welcome,
fabulous.
Dina.
Thank you.
Thank you. Are you gonna be at Aquashella?
What's that?
Oh, it's a big show that's gonna be in northern Jersey, right near New York.
Oh, I'll have to look into that.
The first weekend in September.
Okay, I'm gonna look into that. Thank
Friday
you.
and Saturday. We'll be there. So
Oh, I have to go now.
Yeah, be about an hour's drive for you.
All right, cool. Thank you so much.
It's called Aquashella.
Okay, I'll Google that.
All righty. Nice to have you up. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I don't know how long I've done.
What's going on? Here we go. I lost. Where'd you go? There we are.
Got it back.
All right.
Yeah, it's that time.
We did it.
Mhm,
We did.
mhm.
We did it. Another one in the can.
Mhm.
We're doing a booth. We have a booth at Aquashella, and we're taking our whole crowd up. Yeah, none of the big shows invite Father Fish to speak, for obvious reasons. If you understand that their funding comes from manufacturers and product sales companies.
You never know. They might ask you this year, though.
Most of which I eschew. All right, guys. Love you all. Let's
Love
see.
y'all.
Let's see if we got our song to play. Yeah, there we go.
Got it.
I can kick the volume up.
Yep.
As they swim about their home. When
When
the sun shines upon them,
And
and
the
the
clouds
colors
begin
begin
to
to
glow
glow,
by, and we're
and
drawn
drawn
into
into
a
the
world
world
where
where
my
my
heart
heart
longs to
wants to
go.
go.
I
I
imagine
imagine
scenes
scenes
of
of
beauty
beauty
and
and
feel the
feel the
warmth
warmth
of
of love.
love. I
I
love
love
my
my
little
little fishes
fishes as they swim about their home.
home.
I have
Good night,
traveled the
everybody.
world over.
Good night. Love y'all.
But never found a peace that
That
comes from
comes from
watching my
watching my
fishes
fishes
as they swim about
about
their
their
home.
home.
My heart is happy and I am content
Content
to sit
to
and
sit and
watch them
watch
swim. I will not be alone while these
while the
fishes are
fishes
in
are in
my
my
home.
home.
When the
When the
sunlight
sunlight
shines
shines
upon
upon
them
them,
and their
the
colors
colors
begin to
begin to
glow,
glow.
I am drawn
Drawn
into a
into a
world
world
where
where
my
my
heart
heart
longs
wants
to
to go.
go. I
I
imagine
imagine
scenes
scenes
of
of
beauty
beauty
and
and
feel the
feel the
warmth
warmth
of
of love.
love. I
I
love
love
my
my
little
little
fishes as they
as they
swim
swim
about
about
their
their
home.
home. Well, God bless you all.
God bless y'all.
Nice to be here.
Glad it has.
Enjoyed it. We had a great
Absolutely.
time. Love you all.
Love y'all.
Thanks a
Good
lot.
night.